Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, great for recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like, drop me a comment, and by all means, share it with anybody you think might get something out of it. How is everybody today, guys? What a beautiful day. Yeah, Friday. You guys know on Fridays my home group, gratitude group that I chair on Fridays. Another absolutely beautiful meeting today, guys. I'm so invigorated every Friday with my meetings, and you know what? It made up for I had a nasty morning. One of my regular customers has a building over here in Cambridge where there's a bathroom in the basement. Let me know that the toilet wasn't flushing. It's a notorious area of town that the sewage often backs up. We have a check valve there, and I knew going over there I'm going to have to clear the check valve. And one of two things was going to happen. I'm going to pull the cover off, and either there's going to be something holding the check valve open, or I'm going to pull the cover off, and 3 feet of sewage is going to come flying out of the hole. Fortunately, I was prepared, Tyvek suit, gloves, mask, the whole 9 yards, and I very gently pulled it off, and sure enough, it was a city sewer problem. So, customer was very concerned, so I made a couple of calls. And it's beautiful because of the work that I've been doing all year. Somebody in the DPW was aware of me, it respects the work I do, and made sure they send a crew right out. We got the sewage cleared. I went to my meeting, came back, I got everything buttoned up, put that back together. And guys, typically days, I avoid playing with raw sewage at all costs, obviously, for obvious reasons. But you know what? Like, instead of the old days, I'd be covered in crap. Like, I tie back up. I'm able to afford keeping, protective equipment on my truck. I'm organized enough to know how to find it. So, my head's clear enough to know how to deal with these things and get these things done. And I got to charge good money for doing next to nothing. On top of going and enjoying my meeting and hearing a lot of great, people speaking today. It was a packed house, but it was a short reading, so I think almost everybody got to speak today. Like, I'm having a great day, guys. Furthermore, when I came back this afternoon and saw the metrics on the channel, I won't see it officially till tomorrow morning. But as of today, we have officially broken 50,000 views, and that's just amazing to me, guys. I put a lot of time and effort into doing these readings every day and bringing a message every day, and I'm honored that we've now broken 50,000 views over the course of this last year, and that's just, in YouTube metrics, it's tiny, but for my little recovery channel, it means the world to me. I thank all of you so much for taking time out of your day. I hope you guys are getting something out of this. I know this channel, it's saved my life and keeping me on track to build a life that I actually want to be a part of. Like, I'm thrilled. I love my life today, guys. I mean, I deal with life. It's tough. I got a huge snowstorm coming. I'm going to have a busy weekend getting things ready, and then I got to go out and deal with the snow. And that's okay, because I get paid to do it, and it's just more money in the bank. Like, life is good today, guys, because I make it that way. And when I start to feel myself slipping, guys, here's the thing. Like I said, I deal with life on life's terms like everybody else. But because I work a program that keeps me in tune, I stay rooted in prayer and meditation. You guys hear me say this all the time. I feel that ick coming the minute things seem to start stepping out of line. And I just, at that point, I perform a serenity check, and I try to figure out why things are going sideways. And that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. The reading today, it's the Just for Today NA meditation, and it is called Serenity Check. Lack of daily maintenance can show up in many ways. Ever had a perfect stranger remark about how great the weather was, only to reply, "It sucks"? When this happens, we are probably suffering from a lack of daily maintenance in our program. In recovery, life can get pretty hectic. Maybe those added responsibilities at work have got you hopping. Maybe you haven't been to a meeting in a while. Perhaps you've been too busy to meditate. Or, haven't been eating regularly or sleeping well. Whatever the reason, your serenity is slipping. When this happens, it's crucial that we take action. We cannot afford one bad day, complete with a bad attitude, to slip into 2 days, 4 days, or a week. Our recovery depends on our daily maintenance program. No matter what has happened in our lives, we can't afford to neglect the principles that have saved our lives. There are many ways to recover our serenity. go to a meeting, call a sponsor, meet with another recovering addict, try to carry the message to a newcomer. We can pray. I suggest that one. All of them, really. We can take a moment to ask ourselves, what simple things have we been leaving out that cause our attitudes to go downhill? We can avert a crash with simple solutions. And the affirmation is just for today. I will examine the maintenance of my daily recovery program. And guys, you know what? It's something, like I said, I do my daily inventory every day, every night. And that blows my mind, because when I hear myself say these things, it sounds so foreign to the person that I was for so long. But again, I didn't like that person. I didn't like the life that I didn't get to choose the life that I was leading. It is absolutely beautiful. And again, I'm considered a success in recovery because I work this program. I do these things. I work my daily maintenance program, and that's so glad that I figured that out. That's again why I started this channel. And in the beginning, guys, I didn't know what to expect of this channel. I've told you a million times. Like I was trying to follow other people's leads, and how often should I post, and I prayed and I meditated on it, and I said, well, recovery is a daily thing. Like, I'm going to post these videos every day because I, for myself, need to make sure I'm doing something. I can't make it to a meeting every day. I can't do a lot of things every day, but I've made it a priority to go to my meetings as scheduled, and I go to every speaking commitment I'm invited to. I do extra meetings whenever the time avails itself, but I've made a commitment to posting a recovery video every day. And I find time, guys. I posted them from the cab of my truck sitting on a job site. Like, I will find the time because, again, everything that I have that would suddenly make me too busy to go, take care of my recovery goes away if I don't take care of my recovery. And I'm aware of that today, guys. And that used to be so overwhelming. That's why we tell you to keep it in a day. Like, the idea of having to check in every day. Guys, if you look at it that way, that's going to be a problem. You've got to learn to embrace your life in recovery. That's why I say recovery is so much more than putting down drugs. It's learning to embrace this new life. And in order to do that, you've got to start doing things that you enjoy. And that's something that's one of my goals for this year. As I've taken care of all my responsibilities, and again, I work a lot, and that's okay because I'm on the fast track to getting to where I could never be before. But one of my big goals is getting out more this year, going and enjoying my life this year. And it's winter now, and there's not as many opportunities, but I still do. I go out with family a lot more. I go out to eat on the weekends. I go to my gym every day and I interact with people there, and that's one of my favorite things. And I'm so good. That's another thing, guys. Like I'm hitting strides that I've never believed. I mean, if you told me 18 months ago that I'd be bench pressing, 375, closing in on 400 pounds, no way. I was 130 pounds, ravaged by drugs, and just being appalled. I've always been a very strong person. I've always worked really hard. And before I came into recovery this time around, life had really ravaged me, guys. It was one of the things that got me to open my eyes to this. I was talking to somebody online, and every time she'd ask me to send her a selfie, I would avoid the mirror at all costs because I was horrified, and I'd go take a picture of myself and just be like, oh my God, like, what have I done? And that's terrible, guys. Nobody has to feel that way. None of us have to be, GQ supermodels, and that's okay. But I'm by far the healthiest, strongest, best, clearest version of me that I've ever seen, and I love that. And it's funny because I thought that 6 months ago, and I look at a video from 6 months ago, and I'm like, ooh, like, I'm still wasn't anywhere near as healthy. I'm literally aging backwards at this point. Every time I look 3 months later, or look back 3 months, like, I see the improvement that I'm still making every day. And I've never done that before, guys. I've never embraced personal development as a way of life. It was always a means to get something. Somebody didn't like something, or I had a goal. No, my goal is to see how far I can take this, to see how, what strides I can make, to see how many people I can reach, to see what an impact I can make in the recovery world. And the best way for me to do that is to embrace recovery and live it daily. So it's not me, I'm not up here preaching something that I'm not living, because that's not who I am, guys. I'm not that person. And I don't speak of things I don't know. And that's why, like, I love YouTube. And over the course of the last couple of years, Like I thought I'd love to have a YouTube channel and just teaching comes natural to me, right? And I'm pretty good with mechanic stuff, and I'm like, it's always backyard and this that. And then recovery came about. I'm like, yes, this is my niche. This is my thing. And again, fortunately, I have a business that pays my bills because I'm certainly not going to make money doing this, and that's okay. As a matter of fact, I spend money promoting this channel, and that's okay because it's what matters to me. It's what's important to me. The money that I put into this channel, I consider putting into charity. I give charity to my meetings. I give charity to people on the street weekly. So it's okay because working this recovery program has given me resources that I can. And when I pray and I meditate to God, God lets me know that what I give back in charity comes back to me tenfold. And I've literally seen that firsthand. I've talked about it, guys. It's amazing to me when you work, and I can share my stories and my testimony with you guys, but I'm telling you, the impact that you will feel when you see it firsthand in your own life is what changes your life. I can only just give you my experience and hope that gives you the encouragement to try it for yourself so that you can have the experience. That's what I'm promoting up here, guys, because when I make the decision, I have $20 left to my name early on, like the first couple of weeks out of rehab. I literally had $20 to my name, no paycheck coming on Friday, and 2 people are asking for money on the sidewalk for food, and I give them each $5, and then 20 minutes later, I find a $100 bill on the ground at the Home Depot with 50 people begging around me. I'm like that's divine guidance letting me know that, yes, these things do work, and this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, you may not have that interaction, but when you act in blind faith and you do things to the best of your ability and you just show compassion and kindness on a regular, I'm not saying you can go do it once and expecting a result, but when you do these things day in and day out, you're going to start to see miracles manifesting, first of all, from within, because you're going to start loving the person that you are. And I see that across the board, and I love that. Like, we had people getting chips today at the meeting, and people that I saw, like, just coming in that looked like they were holding on by a thread 6 months ago are now getting their 6-month chip, and they've got stability, and they've got a confidence in their voice, and people are coming up to me after the meeting and just to come up and say hi and get to know me a little bit, and I love that today. I love being looked at as one of the success stories, and I'm able to guide other people today, guys. It is absolutely beautiful. But I can only do any of these things if I continue to work my daily maintenance program. And the best way for me to understand how well I'm working my daily maintenance program is by performing a Serenity Check. I am by far, and I think one of the most biggest reasons I look so much younger today than I did a year ago is I'm healthy, I actually eat, I shower, I sleep, but it's the lack of stress. I have a normal business stress and stuff of that nature because, I'm running a business. But the bags that are no longer under my eyes, like I had the deepest, thickest bags under my eyes. I literally looked like I was in my 70s. All of that was the stress of living the life that I was living. I don't have any of that today. And that's why people are constantly remarking about me being one of the most positive people they know. I talked about that today at the meeting today, guys. The reading we did at the meeting today was talking about replacing, keeping sweets and things of that nature on you so that you're never hungry, angry, lonely, tired, and doing things that you would normally not want to drink. So, like, eat a piece of cake if you're, they feeling you want to drink, because who the hell drinks cake and beer, right? Like, things of that nature. And I broke it down to just rewiring your brain, reprogramming your brain, and that's one of the things I embraced early on. And the way that I have decided that I'm doing it well is the fact that I have a serenity that I've never known. Like, guys, I work and run a business that used to drive me out of my mind running other people's business because I didn't have the clarity and I didn't have the honesty and I had to worry about who I told what, and I don't have any of that today, guys. I live honestly today. Like, I keep honest, and again, I add a little white lie here and there. Yeah, of course, I'm human. I'm not saying I do anything perfectly. But my baseline is I don't lie to people. Therefore, I don't have to worry about what I said to who. I just speak the truth, and it's so incredibly freeing. I can't make every obligation I have. So when I can't, I pick up the phone and I just make a phone call. And sometimes I'll get a customer that, like I talked about somebody a few weeks ago, that was trying to beat me and goad me, and I just let them go. Because you know what? I do so well with all my customers today that I'm so booked and busy that I don't need any one customer. Especially somebody that's just got one little job and wants to be a pain in my ass. I just tell them straight up, listen, I don't have time for you guys. I've got contracts that are important I got to take care of, and I'm sorry. So you're going to have to, you can either wait for me to be available, which means I may have to schedule 3 or 4 times, or you can call somebody else. And I suggest maybe you call somebody else. And I can do that today because that's my serenity. I'm not going to have somebody that's going to drive me crazy over and over and text me 30 times, leave 9 messages, and try and guilt me and then question me the jobs I'm at. Like, I used to have to deal with these things because I needed every little penny that could come in the door. No, I don't need that today, guys. And that's part of my serenity. I had a big situation coming with this storm this weekend about somebody that I'm forced to work with that's very dishonest. And I just put it straight out there. Like, I don't deal with any of that today. And I said, listen to them, this is what we're going to do. Exactly what the customer asked us to do. We're going to report our hours. We're going to deal with the storm. And it's going to be what it is. Like, and it's as simple as that. Like, I don't have to let things get to me anymore. Because, again, I protect my serenity by cutting those things off at the head and letting people know that nonsense is not going to go today. And it's hilarious because the customer knows so much more than this kid thinks he does. The guy called me this morning and we had a great laugh about it. And that was literally why I had sewage blowing out of the floor at the place. And I'm stopping, I'm talking to Doug, and I'm like, nothing gets to me today because it's okay. I'll deal with it. Everything's a test, and I'm passing them with flying colors. And that's why, like, nothing bothers me. So Doug and I were talking this morning. He goes, oh, hey, guess what? That clown told me a tree branch fell out of the sky and took out the back window of the pickup truck today. And I'm like, oh, yeah? The kid's using his truck and working for somebody else, and we know that. And he's lying to him about it. And I go, oh, well, I happened to see him and the other guy working for at the Home Depot yesterday picking up a water heater. How much you want to bet a water heater went to the back window? And he laughed. He's like, I knew it had to be something like that. And it's just ironic. But I'm like, hey, I'm not going to lie to co-sign him with his bullshit. I'm not going to go out of my way to call him out on anything that I don't know the situation. But like I say all the time, guys, everything comes out in the wash. So catch yourself. If someone's trying to be nice to you and you're just too aggravated to acknowledge it, look at what's going on in your life and adopt some serenity. Give yourself a break, guys. I'm speaking from first-hand experience. I spent so much time trying to manipulate everything around me to make my bullshit work out, and it never worked out. And in the end, I just look like a lying, thieving, conniving drug addict, right? So I don't today, guys. I protect my serenity at all costs by being honest with everybody, by not letting anybody run me around, by putting my recovery first, by starting my morning in prayer, regardless of who's calling and what's going on. There's nothing so important in this world that I can't stop for 5 minutes and say my prayers and center myself and do it. Because, again, my needs have to come first. You have to do the same, guys. Be legit. Don't be selfish. Be generous. But put your needs first. Because if you fill your own cup, you will always have the overflow to help out, and you'll be able to reach so many more people around you. Guys, serenity is my most valuable asset, so I protect it at all costs. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me. Always remember, God loves you. I love you. We'll see you at the next one.